James Herndon with Moana Nui Podcast. Just off the bat, how are you, what was the process of you being approached in doing the intro, English intro for Mashal Season 2?
Oh, I wasn't even approached for that. It's actually just a fan project. Literally, actually something I didn't even want to do. I don't do covers. I make original songs to animate like characters and IPs and stuff like that, and made a song, scrapped it, and then eventually I was like, you know what? I'll take this as my first opportunity to make a English opening, and I'd say it did pretty well.
It did. I have a friend who continuously plays it over and over.
Let's go, friend.
JB versus the world. What is your nerdy origin story?
My nerdy origin story? I think, just anybody who grew up in the 90s, I'm a Toonami kid and stuff, so, I grew up, I watched, Dragon Ball, I watched, Yu Yu Hakusho, Rurouni Kenshin, Gundam, all that stuff, and I think I took to it immediately, and it's just gone on since then. Video games, all of that stuff, comic books, I don't think there's a realm I don't like, to be honest. I'll go into sci-fi, I watch your Doctor Who's, your Harry Potters and stuff too, Star Treks, and then I'll see Wolverine, Deadpool, Spectre and stuff like that, inside a comic book. So I literally do it all at this point.
What was going through your mind when you went viral on TikTok?
Money. No, it's cool. I must say I've done it a few times. It's always, I always say careers aren't made because you have a big moment. It's because you keep creating big moments. So like typically, I always end up. It seems like once a year I always have like one moment where it always kind of happens, and like, all right, cool. Just keep making this small boom happen and stuff. But no, this one was kind of cool. Seeing like the big influx of people coming in that I'm doing a cover. So it's something that I now have to. Think about in the future now, just doing covers. Every once in a while.
What inspired you to create music, and also what inspired you to infuse your geeky sense into it?
Okay. People hounding me, first of all, is what inspired me to make music. So I have this really weird thing where I don't consider myself like a music maker until I turned like 21, 22. I had an innate ability to like freestyle and rap and stuff like that, but I just did it like around and stuff, and I was goofing around a lot whenever I did it, and people were like write something. I'm like, nah, being a rapper's corny. I don't want to do that stuff. That stuff's lame. I ain't gonna lie, I don't like the local scene around me, so I was like, nah, it's whack. I want to do that. People hounded me so much for it that I ended up doing it, and I think literally the first thing I ever wrote and did it got me an opportunity to go out to LA and do some stuff, and I was like, there might be something here for that. But then I think I sat around for 3 years and I did nothing because I didn't know what my identity would be as an artist. And then eventually I just kept doing freestyles over popular songs, and I just geeky references. And eventually someone's like, you kind of do this Nerdcore thing, and I had a big dude on YouTube, Dan Bull, at the time, he reached out and said, hey, what you do is dope. You should try to get paid for doing this stuff. I can't make stuff off freestyle videos. He said, make original songs and stuff like that. So then that's how it kind of got into, I started making songs on video games more, but then there was a big drought, and I was like, you know what? I love anime, that's my stuff. I think I could do that all day, and that's where the anime part kind of came in. Then, so yeah, been doing it ever since. I seen you first.
Which artists are your influences?
Which artists are my influences? So this is always a weird one, because I feel like I don't exactly have anybody who would be my influence though. But I am a giant Lupe Fiasco fan. Kanye.
Which Kanye are you talking about?
Kanye.
You know. Kanye. I'm a late registration. Late registration was the first album I ever bought.
Straight from the soul.
Yeah, that is the first album I've ever bought. I got compared to Childish Gambino very early on inside of my career. But then I think now I do so many things that I try to I guess I can pick at I like Asmino, I like Denzel Curry and stuff like that. I like Vince Staples and stuff. So I'm kind of around that realm of people and stuff. So yeah.
Matt Jenkins, Moana Nui Podcast. earlier you mentioned Doctor Who. If the TARDIS were to show up right next to you, and the doctor said, you and your favorite musician, come on, we're going on a tour of space and time, who would you take with you?
To be honest, I think I'd probably take Denzel Curry. I think that he'd be the most fun person to go with. I want to say I feel like he's just a fun dude in general, so I feel like we'd have a good time.
Cool.
Yeah.
So the internet is a very fun and not so forgiving place at times. My question to you is this: how do you deal with negativity, I should say, online versus, say, any negativity you might get in person at a convention like this or at a show or anything?
Gotcha. I think I'm very lucky in the fact that, like, I just don't care. I really could care less. Like, I think I went through, I guess, like, normal, like, life stuff in high school, and I kind of got to these conclusions of, like, a lot of stuff don't matter. Like, they don't like you. Why does that matter? Like, this thing happened. All right, we gonna make it work. Like, you know, like just keep moving. I feel like it's already a life of a creative anyway. You fail and you fail and you fail and you fail until you make it work anyway. Life is full of failures. It's just how many times you try to keep going through it. And the negativity, I tell you, after that Mashal cover, shoot, man, I seen a lot of DMs that started with the word "in" going through there, and I was like, yeah. I was like, that's just how it be. Like, you know, people are keyboard warriors. I feel like it's something that you just have to figure out and, like, navigate. And to be honest, a lot of people don't. I think what makes it worse is that a lot of people don't even mean it. They're just edgy online people. Because, like, sometimes I interact with them and I just go, like, you're really funny, dude. And they'll be like, oh my God, you like responded. I love your music. And I'm like, that's a crazy way of doing that. But I usually just don't engage with it, or if I do, I tell them, hey, thanks for the money, because engagement's money.
Last question.
Given what you just said, how important to you is it to have a safe space within the Blerd community to where not only you can create your craft and everything, but you can also motivate the next generation or just inspire people?
I think it's important to try to, like, cultivate that. I think, you know, just trying to be kind in general should be something that we should expect. But I think the best way we could probably go about that is holding people more accountable. Like, we just had a incident online where someone just went after the VTuber community and they dogpiled him, and I was like, you know, what he said was correct, but also not the best messenger, because it's someone where you can throw a lot back at him as well. But one thing he did point out was, hey, a lot of your fans are racist or transphobic, like whatever, they're all of these things, and you don't check them. You never say, I don't like you, I don't accept what you do or say, like, that's not my brand. And a lot of them don't ever condemn them. And I feel like that's kind of where we need to be at. Like, I know it seems like once or twice a year where I just make a post, be like, hey, I just want y'all to know, I don't like you. Like, if you do this thing, I don't like you. Get away. My block button's strong on Twitter. I think I have over 1,000 blocks on Twitter. Yeah, no, because, like, I don't play it. The second I see it, I just go, like, even engagement baiting. Like, someone goes, oh, this thing, I'm like, 3 dots block. I'm like, I don't need that. I'm off it. Keep it pushing.